My name is Nick Crone. I'm one of the radiographers here at the Balfour. We are opening up the radiology service more to patients from within the community rather than just the acute service here and through A&E. We still don't have a walk-in service. We're working on appointments, quite simply because in radiology we have a small waiting room. We have 3 departments, ultrasound, CT and general imaging, so we get a lot of patients through. We try and stagger our appointments so that people are in the waiting rooms for a minimum amount of time and there are a minimum amount of people in there. So if you do get an appointment, we would ask that you attend as close to that appointment time as you can. Please, unless you need to for mobility issues, please don't bring anybody else with you. If somebody does have to come with you, we ask that they wait out in the open area of the hospital. Particularly for ultrasound, our staff can't maintain physical distancing from you, so they will be wearing full PPE when they're examining you. Please don't be afraid. It's to protect you and to protect them because of the time length and distance that they're going to be to you while they're doing the examination.
Hi there, my name's Kirsty. I'm the Senior Charge Nurse in Inpatient 1. So as from tomorrow, Monday the 13th, we're looking forward to inviting some visitors back into the Balfour. Each patient will be designated one visitor, and it will be the patient themselves that designates or nominates who this visitor is to be. The nurses on the ward will then contact each of these visitors in turn to ensure that we've got the correct contact details from them and to ask a number of questions which relate to infection control and the policies that we have to follow for people coming into the hospital. Nursing staff will ask when they call you to ask you the questions that each day that you're coming into the hospital you phone the ward to arrange a time to come in. This is to ensure that not all the visitors turn up at one time and that we can maintain social or physical distancing within the ward area and the clinical environment. The visiting arrival times will be spaced out within 15-minute segments, so we would ask you to arrive as close to the time that you're given as possible, please. Once you come into the ward, you can stay for an appropriate length of time as long as the patient is fit to have you in. So it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be 4 hours. However, once you leave the ward area, that will be your visit for that day over. So you cannot leave the ward and then come back in at a later time that day. We would also advise that there are no public restaurant facilities within the Balfour currently, and we would ask you to use only the public toilets that are in the hospital, so not to use any of the patient toilets and not to use any of the staff toilets. There is a public toilet just prior to the locked door entrance to the wards on the first floor, so you don't need to go all the way downstairs to the foyer. Each patient is permitted only one designated visitor, and that is for throughout their stay in the hospital. So whoever it is that they nominate to us, that will be the only person that can come in for the entirety of their stay in hospital. We would ask that you don't bring in lots of things like magazines and sweeties because of the infection control aspects. We need to be able to ensure that everything that is coming into the area can be cleaned, and these items can be quite difficult, so we would ask if possible not to bring these in unless there has been a specific request by nursing staff for a clinical reason. Staff will all be wearing face masks when you come in, the blue surgical type face masks. Every member of staff is required to wear them when in a clinical area. If you have any communication difficulties because of that, please do let us know. We can take them off to communicate with you or the person that you're visiting, but we need to ensure that we maintain the social distance during that period of time. Likewise, if you yourself have any difficulty wearing a face mask or a face covering, please let us know and we can undertake a risk assessment to look at how that can impact the ability of yourself to visit.